happens to your brain when you're at war? 10 incredible facts. First fact: extreme activation of survival mode. When a person is at war, the brain enters a state of continuous survival. The amygdala remains hyperactive, interpreting the environment as permanently threatening. This causes the brain to prioritize quick reactions instead of deep reflection. Simple strategic thinking replaces complex analysis, as the main objective becomes staying alive. The brain reduces activities related to comfort, curiosity, and long-term planning, concentrating resources on vigilance, immediate response, and constant adaptation. This state can last for days, months, or years, profoundly altering mental functioning. First fact: extreme activation of survival mode. When a person is at war, the brain enters a state of continuous survival. The amygdala remains hyperactive, interpreting the environment as permanently threatening. This causes the brain to prioritize quick reactions instead of deep reflection. Simple strategic thinking replaces complex analysis, as the main objective becomes staying alive. The brain reduces activities related to comfort, curiosity, and long-term planning, concentrating resources on vigilance, immediate response, and constant adaptation. This state can last for days, months, or years, profoundly altering mental functioning. Third fact: changes in memory and perception of time. During war, the brain may record memories in a fragmented way. Intense events tend to be recorded with a strong emotional charge, while details of daily life may be erased or distorted. The perception of time also changes. Moments of threat seem long, while periods of apparent calm pass quickly. The hippocampus, responsible for organizing memories, suffers constant overload, which can result in confused or recurring memories. Fourth fact: extreme focus and tunnel vision. The brain at war frequently enters a state of extreme focus. Attention narrows, prioritizing only stimuli directly linked to survival. Sounds, movements, and changes in the environment gain exaggerated importance, while irrelevant information is ignored. This phenomenon, known as cognitive tunnel vision, helps with quick reaction times, but reduces the ability to assess the full context, increasing impulsive decisions. Fifth fact: reduction of functional empathy. To cope with extreme situations, the brain can temporarily reduce emotional empathy. Areas linked to a deep understanding of others' suffering decrease their activity, allowing the person to perform difficult actions without emotional paralysis. This adaptation does not eliminate emotions, but puts them in the background. In the long term, this alteration can affect social relationships and how the individual reconnects emotionally after the conflict. Sixth fact: changes in sleep and REM cycle. In war environments, sleep becomes fragmented and superficial. The brain avoids deep states of relaxation to maintain constant vigilance. The REM cycle, essential for emotional processing and memory consolidation, can be reduced. This affects emotional balance, increases mental fatigue, and hinders psychological recovery, even when the body is physically resting. Seventh fact: neural adaptation to chaos. Over time, the brain can adapt to a hostile environment. Situations that previously caused intense fear begin to generate more controlled responses. This adaptation does not mean an absence of impact, but a recalibration of emotional boundaries. The brain learns new patterns of normality, which can make it difficult to return to civilian life, where common stimuli seem strangely silent or irrelevant. Eighth fact: decision-making under constant pressure. In war, decisions need to be quick and are often based on incomplete information. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical reasoning, shares space with more primitive emotional areas. This creates an unstable balance between reason and instinct. The brain learns to decide with less data, prioritizing immediate action over detailed analysis. Ninth fact: long-term effects on the brain. After prolonged exposure to war, the brain may maintain alertness patterns even in safe environments. This manifests as hypervigilance, difficulty relaxing, and exaggerated responses to common stimuli. These changes do not define the individual, but reflect neurological adaptations to an extreme context, which can be gradually rebalanced with time and appropriate stimuli. 10th fact: the brain at war is a survival mechanism. From a biological point of view, the brain was not made for war, but it is capable of adapting to it. Each observed neural change aims to increase the chances of survival in a hostile environment. Understanding this functioning helps to comprehend the profound impact that conflicts have on the human mind and why mental recovery is as important a process as physical recovery. Want to see what else happens to your brain when you're at war and other amazing things about your mind? Click the links below.